I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all? We back with another video, man. We back with a video talking about everybody's off season and how I feel like they did good and stuff. Today we're talking about the Cavs, my other team. I have two teams. I like the Lakers and the Cavs. If you want to know why, just go back to one of my videos. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in every fucking video. But yeah, let's talk about the Cavs today, man. Last year was a really exciting year for us, and it made me have, like, I'm optimistic about this year. I think we can definitely make a play in this season. I thought we can do that last year, but injuries killed us. But to go into last year, I'm gonna start it off with Isaac Okoro. That's probably a weird thing to start off with, especially when you talk about the Cavs. But I was a person that was saying in the draft we should have drafted Denny Avdia, and if you look back at it, we probably still should have. But I understand why we drafted Isaac Okoro last year. Already he's going to come in and be a really good defender, and that's what he did last year. Isaac Okoro is one of the first rookies I've ever seen to come into the league and guard the best player every night. He did that every night. It was a span of games where he had to guard Kawhi, LeBron, De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry in the span of 4 games on that West Coast trip where we lost every game. We lost like 15 games in a row. And he actually is a really good defender already. And you've seen the parts in his offensive game and be like, oh yeah, he's gonna be a great two-way player in this league going into the next few years. And I understand why we drafted him, bro, because when you look at the backcourt, we got 2 small guards. When you look at the floor, Kevin Love is not really a good defender at all, not no more. And we needed a defensive anchor. I know they didn't think we were going to keep Drummond for a long term, so they really feel like we needed a defensive anchor. And I love that pick, man. Isaac Okoro is a great player, and not just on defense. Like, his finishing on offense is already good. He's already a decent finisher with both hands. He can dunk on you, lay you up with 2 hands. He's a really good finisher. The thing that scares me is his shooting. But you've seen the improvements on and on throughout the year where his shooting got better. He ended up the season shooting 30%, which is bad, but it ain't that bad for a person that was labeled as a person that's really not a good shooter at all. He actually has some games where he had 4 or 5 threes a game. So he had a really good season last year, and the thing that I loved about it is when Darius Garland went out, he stepped into that playmaking role along with Colin Sexland. He did really good. He was averaging 5 assists while scoring and while playing elite defense. So I'm really excited for his future, and going into this year, I'm expecting a big year for him. But to also go into last season, man, we had a lot of great things going, especially in the beginning of the year. Our big 3, yes, I said it. Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, and Andre Drummond. They were playing really good, bro. I was one of those people that was saying Darius Garland is going to have a better year. His first year, he was labeled as the worst player in the league. It was based off some stat. I don't know. And I knew he was going to have a way better year. I even said he's going to be a most improved player conversation, and he was. And I said it. Go back to my videos. It was the award prediction video right in the beginning of the season. I said he's going to average 17 and 6, and that's what he averaged. I swear to you. I said it, and he averaged 17 and 6. And I knew he was going to have a great year, especially after hearing the reports about, like, when Larry Nance and when they had that little mini camp. I think a lot of teams that didn't make the bubble, they had like a little 20-day camp. And Larry Nance said Darius Garland was the best player in that camp. He said even at sometimes he dominated. So I know he was going to have a great year. Colin Sexton, I knew he was going to have a great year because every time I see him, he just gets better. I've been a person that's saying that Colin Sexton might just be a 6th man at his best, but every year he gets better. This year, even though his scoring increased, he's just doing the same stuff. It's just at a higher volume. But the assists that he was averaging, the passes that he was doing, cross-court passes that coming out of college, he just could not do. One-hand cross-court passes, he could not do that at all. He did that plenty of times, especially with Cedi Osman in the corner. And then he learned how to use his pick and roll into an advantage. He learned how to throw the lobs. He actually had a lob threat in Andre Drummond. Then we got Jared Allen. So I was very excited from what I seen from him last year. And then Drummond, as much hate as he gets, he actually was really good with the Cavs in the beginning of the season. He was definitely looking like our all-star on our team. He was definitely the defensive anchor. He definitely was. Drummond's actually a really underrated defender to me. His rim protection is actually pretty good. And he's able to switch out on the guards because he is kind of quick on his feet. But on the offense, that's what holds him back. He doesn't know his role. He's not a player that just doesn't know his role. But He had a really good season with us in the beginning of the season last year, but he was kind of old, so he didn't fit into our where we were going as a rebuilding team. So that's why we just got rid of him. We released him. But he was having a really good season. Then Larry Nance, the resurgence of Larry Nance was really good last year. Larry Nance was one of the best defenders in the beginning of the season before he got hurt. And you're going to hear hurt a lot of times in this video because that's how it was with the Cavs last year. I really definitely feel like if we was healthy, we would have made the play-in. We got everybody on our team missed more than 5 games, except Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro played damn near every game last season, except the last few games. But Larry Nance had a really good season last year, and he improved on a lot. His shooting, his scoring, his playmaking, and his defense. His defense stood out. He was always in the passing lanes. I think he led the league in steals for the first 2 months. Then he got hurt. But I loved where we were going last season. Then, like I said, the injuries just killed us. Everybody got hurt. Kevin Love was the first stone to go down. He got hurt in the first game. I think when we played the Pistons, he got hurt. And that's a big injury for us because if you watch the Cavs, or if you just know NBA basketball, the Cavs don't shoot threes to save their life. We shot 17 threes a game last year. The Jazz made 20 threes in the first quarter in the playoffs against the Clippers, I want to say. We shoot 17 a game. They made 20 in the first quarter. We do not shoot threes at all. And that's the thing that I hated when it came to JB Bickerstaff. His offensive scheme was just so weird. It was weird, bro. And I feel like that held us back a lot. And then especially we missing our best shooter on our team. That's when the losses starting to pile up. And then Darius Garland missed some time. Colin Sexton even missed some time. The first time in his career that he's missed some time. And the losses piled up. And then we look like we just had a terrible season. But if you're a Cavs fan, if you look at last season, you know we had a really good season. Everybody just built on their character. Everybody built on themselves as a player. Colin Sexton averaged 25 and 4. I didn't see that coming. I didn't think he was hitting 25 this year. The assist, like I said, surprised me a lot. Then we traded for Jared Allen. We got into that James Harden deal, which is really good for us because we did need a center. I'm not too high on Jared Allen. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not too high on him for like the money that he's getting, but he is a decent player that is growing as a player. You can see that he's able to spread out the floor a little bit. He showed that a little bit last year. He is one of the best shot blockers and the best lob throwers in the league. So I understand why we traded for him. I understand why we gave him his money. But to go into this offseason, it was a real controversial offseason for the Cavs. A couple of things we needed to address. Shooting, we needed that rookie. We needed an A1 rookie. And we needed backup playmaking. I think we got 2 of those. I think so. To go into it, we got Evan Mobley. I'm not a huge fan of Evan Mobley. I'm not even going to lie. A lot of people say he's going to be a dog. He's going to be one of the best big men of this generation. Everybody says that a lot. I don't know, bro. That frame scares me, bro. Like, after watching Kristaps and then other big men that's built like him, that frame scares me, bro. And then watching him in the G League, he was having trouble backing down guards. And you think he's going to go and, not watching him in the Summer League, he was having trouble backing down guards. You think he's going to do that in the league? Or he's playing even bigger people and stuff? I don't know. But I understand what we can build on there. Like, his shooting is actually something that really did stand out to me. He's actually pretty good in the dribble mid-range pull-up. I like that. I like that in this game, especially as a 7-footer. That's kind of tough to have in this game, and his defense is really good. So I see what people look. I see what people why people want him on the Cavs. I'm more of a Scotty Barnes guy when it comes to being on the Cavs because I feel like he fit everything that we needed, other than shooting. But still, I understand why we drafted Evan Mobley. He does have a really high ceiling. And I'm kind of scared about that Evan Mobley, Jared Allen fit, but the thing is, it makes Jared Allen expendable. So if that fit doesn't work out, trade Jared Allen, he's getting paid like $18 million. That's a real tradable contract, unless he just shits the bed, just not on nothing. Then that's gonna be hard. But yeah, I'm not too high on that duo, but I feel like it can work out a little bit. And then you go to the backup playmaking. Ricky Rubio. We traded for Ricky Rubio. That's really good for us. If you don't watch Cavs fans, you just won't know. That's really good for us. Darius Garland missed like 20-something games last season. We probably lost 18 of those 20 games. Our playmaker when he's not there is so bad. Colin tries, but Colin's not a natural playmaker. So it's just some stuff that he just can't do. Ricky Rubio on this team is going to be big for Colin, for Darius, for Isaac, for not Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley gonna eat when Ricky Rubio's in the game. He's gonna eat, and then I can see him helping Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, Isaac Okoro with their playmaking. I can see it already, and I feel like that was a big thing for us, a huge thing for us. Now the thing that I'm mad that we didn't address this all season was our shooting. We don't have a single shooter on this team. We have people that are capable of shooting, but we don't have a shooter that's on this team that's going to be able to shoot up 6 threes a game. We don't have that. And that's not even in our offensive scheme. So that's the thing that I feel like we missed out on. It was a lot of shooters in this free agency pool. It still is some. I can't even think about it. I don't even know who's a free agent now. But it probably still is some shooters out there that we can go get. But I think we only have like a couple roster spots left. And those are like two-way spots. So I don't know. But overall, this offseason was pretty good for my Cavs, though. I'm not mad at nothing that we did, bro. And then, like I said, I feel like the additions of Ricky Rubio, that addition is crazy. For us, that's going to... The hell is a fly in here? For us, that addition going to mean so much for us, bro. Because we actually have a veteran player. We were a really young team last year. Andre Drummond's not the veteran. He's not a veteran yet. He's still kind of a young guy. Larry Nance still young. Kevin Love didn't even like being on the Cavs. We never really had a veteran. So having a vet and Ricky Rubio, that can help us a lot. And I feel like we can make a play in this season. I definitely feel like if we're healthy, we're definitely making a play in. I'm willing to bet anybody. If we are healthy, we're definitely making a play in. The one thing I want to see this season, I want to see one of our guys make the All-Star game. The All-Star game is in Cleveland. We need to represent. It might be Colin. I don't think they'll give it to him because I don't know what the hell. The NBA don't like Colin Sexton. I don't know why. I don't like him not getting his money. That's another controversial thing I'm seeing that I want to talk about. You hear all this noise about Colin Sexton getting traded, all this noise about he's not going to get his $100 million. I don't understand why, bro. Like I just said, I was the person, even though that motherfucker is one of my favorite players in the league, I was the person that said he's a 6 man at best. I can't say that anymore. Every year he gets better. And not in scoring, because his scoring he's a natural born scorer. I'm not worried about that. As far as his defense, his playmaking, that gets better every year. So I can't say that no more. And for Terry Rozier to get, he got $98 million, damn near $100 million. If Colin Sexton can't get that, that's wild. That is wild. Because Colin Sexton to me is better than Terry Rozier. They're close. They're on the same tier, most definitely. But I think he's better than Terry Rozier. And I think he deserves like $100 million or $110 million. I think that, bro. And I'm kind of confused why the Cavs are just so hesitant to give that to him. Yes, it's going to kind of put you in a tight spot because then you're going to have to pay Darius, pay Isaac. But that's what you get when you're a lottery team every year. You get young talent, you keep them, you build them. Look at the Warriors did. Drafted Draymond, drafted Steph, drafted Clay. They're all getting max. Just got to do that. You got to be able to do that, bro. You have to, bro. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. That situation in itself scares me a little bit. I don't know why Colin's not getting paid. But I'm expecting a huge year from Darius. I think he's going to build on to what he did last year. I think he's going to be our best player. I think he was our best player last year. Because you seen it. When he was gone, we sucked. We sucked. And you can say the same thing with Colin. When he was gone, we had no scoring. But I think Darius Garland is our best player, bro. And I think he going to have a year. I think he definitely touching 20 points per game this season. I think he will average 20 and 7 this season. And if he does that, he has to be an all-star. The Cavs need one all-star, bro. They cannot have an all-star game in Cleveland without a Cavs player. So we need one all-star. Another thing I want to talk about, JB Bickerstaff. I hope he can come into this season and just change up his whole offensive game. His defensive scheme not bad. Like, we was the number one defense for the first 2 months. We actually have a lot to build on. It's just little tweaks in here and there that we got to fix. We need more shooting. We got to shoot the ball more. We got to move the ball a little bit more. And we good. And we addressed it. We addressed some of that. We addressed that with Ricky Rubio. We got Evan Mobley, so we're definitely going to have more shooting. He's able to spread the floor. He's not a shooter, but he's able to spread the floor. Ball movement going to be crazy with those 2 additions. And I feel like we're going to have a really good season, bro. Just hopefully JB can put a little bit of tweaks in his game, because the way we started off last year, that made me really optimistic. Because I really do feel like injuries killed us. They killed us last year. But other than that, man, that's it for this video. I was kind of all over the place this video. I'm not even gonna lie. I was all over the place. I had a hard day. But still, other than that, man, that's it for this video. I will talk to you guys Thursday. I probably will drop a video either tomorrow or Wednesday.